Hello, good morning, good afternoon, whichever time zone you're on. Good time zone. Welcome to this one shot of Magic and Mischief. We have some wonderful people here as players. So before we get into the game, uh, I am going to have us go around the table real quick, and I'll go according to our screen. So, Sin, tell us who you are and where we can find you.
Well, hello and good time zone to all of you. My name is Sin Ziag. I guess for everybody here, mostly I'm a player of tabletop games. I like talking about world building and I like RPGs and all of those other wonderful related things. As far as where to find me, I am on Twitter at Sinziak Beta, which is relatively difficult to spell, but it sounds nice. And also, I'm on Twitch on Mondays and Tuesdays playing video games.
Wonderful. And next, we'll go clockwise. Burrito.
Hi, my name is Brito, and I do a lot of TTRPG content, especially on Twitter. You can follow me at Brito underscore with three E's. And you can usually find me on LFM Network playing on Monday nights for Silt of the Seas. So, yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Wonderful. Next, we have Drac.
I am Drac or Draconics on Twitter. Very old spelling, I'm sorry. That's a DRAKONIQUES. You can find me on Twitter, as I mentioned, but you can also find me on Friends Who Roll Dice, which is our Twitch channel, every Monday at 6 p.m. I just do, I guess like everyone else, a bunch of TTRPG stuff. So this is going to be added to my list.
Wonderful. And last but certainly not least, B.
Hey, what's up? So my name is B Zelda. You can find me on Twitter as at B_Zelda, B like a bumblebee, BEE. We got a lot of good B's here. We got a burrito with like extra E's and B's there, so I'm very supportive of this fact. What do I do? Like everybody else, I do tabletops. I'm in a podcast called The Broadswords. We sometimes play D&D. We might be switching away from it. Who knows? I'm a professional GM with Magpie Games, where I run Root and Bluebeard's Bride. If you ever want to sit at the table, follow me on Twitter, and I post about it a lot. I do other stuff. I stream on a lot of channels. I guest on a lot of podcasts. And right now, I'm heckin' hyped to be a hockey wizard.
Wonderful. And I am your game master slash guide today, Miriam. You can find me on Twitter at media_junkie. I am a caretaker on Huetopia TV, which just launched in July. And I'm also the GM of the Musafirs, and I am a player on Prism Bells. And with that, let me quickly go over the fact that we will be using safety tools during this game for the sake of time as well as anonymity. I always have trouble pronouncing that word. We have done those lines and veils ahead of time. In addition, we will be using X and O during the game as well as script change, which hopefully we won't be using, but if we do, that's great because that means we're communicating. With that being said, Magic and Mischief is a lasers and hacks, lasers and feelings hack, and is a super simple, super easy game by Kevin Petker. And let us begin. So, you are all students at the Young Wizard School for Arcane Excellence. Let's start off with some character creation, but before that, why don't we decide what sort of a school this is? Is this a middle school, a high school, community college, postgraduate master's thesis? What is this?
Can I write my thesis in hockey playing?
Sure.
I'm a grad student. No, I'll let y'all decide.
I think what would be helpful though is you all agree on the same year at the very least.
I think if we think of this because you're a hockey wizard, like they should totally be high school, so we can just go ahead and throw in like the massive amounts of Mighty Ducks references that I have to be coming behind it.
God.
Supportive of that back.
I'm down for that.
Okay.
Yep.
Seniors, juniors, there you know what seniors,
I
juniors,
don't know
sophomores,
what
and freshmen are. Seniors
the
are 12th
Commonwealth.
grade. Seniors are 11th, 4th. So are all your seniors graduating class.
Let's just go with the
Grade
oldest
10?
one. Grade 10?
Grade 10. So
Which
you're all
one's that?
sophomores.
Thinking like either grade 10 or 11 would be like right where
10
I
or
would
11,
want.
yeah. You're on that
Okay.
extra angsty age too.
We have to
Yeah.
give our senior year self something to remember.
All right, let's go with grade 10. Okay, so let's start making our characters. So for each of you, choose a role for your character. I will not go around the table. It's whoever wants to jump up and be like, I am this character.
Okay. So when you say the type of character, are you talking about the number thing or the
Yes.
like personality that they have?
No, it's choose a role for your character. So these are the available roles. We have the All-Star, the Bookworm, the Bully, Good Egg, New Kid, Rascal, and Weirdo.
I am between free spirited and weirdo.
Why not both?
I mean, can I have both? Because the weirdo thing comes up for like a school trait that I'd like to get into.
Sure.
But
Sure. You know what?
It's a little bit out of order, but I will say I do kind of like the idea of having like friendly ghosts that roam the school. And so the weirdo trait that I have is I make a point of regularly talking to them.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh,
lots of things happen at this illustrious school that is hundreds of years old, and there's a lot of dead people. So yeah,
That tracks.
that tracks.
Yeah.
There may even be classes that involve the people still in this mortal world.
Then,
All right, who else wants to pick a role?
free-spirited.
I'm dying to know about Andy.
I'm the new kid. Absolutely. The shy new kid.
Oh my goodness. I have
Yeah,
to.
she's a little bean. I'm gonna make her a little bean, I guess.
Aw. What about Damien?
Yeah.
Damien. Oh.
My familiar is chewing on the chair at the moment.
I think Damien, my character Damien would be either All-Star or Good Egg. I think I might go with Good Egg. He's
All right.
the teacher's pet, but for the for the teacher. Yeah.
Dork.
And Faye.
I'm the all-star? Obviously. I play hockey. Look at this toque.
Wonderful. All right. So next, every player is going to choose a style for your character. So the styles that are here available, or you could, I guess, make up a new tag if you wish, is clumsy, eager, free-spirited, heroic, gifted, serious, and shy. And there's a bonus style, orphaned. Can only be chosen by one player. Decide youngest to oldest. If everyone wants to be an orphan.
I'm too cool to be an orphan.
Oh no.
Or maybe I'm not cool enough. I think that's how it works.
I think for style here, I went with free spirited.
Mm-hmm. That tracks.
Oh, Laren.
I feel
that
like
bookworm-
divination might be your thing, perhaps.
I forgot that bookworm was a thing. So
Okay, who else wants to pick a style?
I think I'm gonna go with gifted.
Okay. Wonderful.
A gifted
And-
goody two shoes.
Andy, have any inclinations?
I'm also gonna go with gifted as well as shy. Can I do both? Is that
Sure.
okay? Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
In case you haven't realized, I'm a very loosey-goosey GM. Okay, so
which is a wonderful thing.
especially for
Mhm.
games like these,
I'm grateful.
I
you
do
know.
learn from the best. Stairs at B.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Ianthe, do you have a style?
Yeah, I'm heroic. I won't get too much into what I'm all about, but if I play hockey, I am the all-star. You bet I have a heroic complex and I'm gonna save everybody.
Okay, so here's the thing. What is the mascot?
The hockey puck of justice.
Okay, but listen, I have a beaver on my sweatshirt. So
Can it be a beaver with a hockey puck either in its little paw or in its little beaver teeth?
Yes.
Yes.
I mean, I think it's like beavers or otters, like with this group, I think, is how that would happen.
The golden beavers.
Golden beavers.
Golden
It's gotta
beavers.
be
Yes.
Jester.
Mhm.
Wonderful. So now we have numbers. So let me go a little bit into the rules of the game so the audience, as well as you, understand what these numbers do.
Mhm.
So anytime we want to tempt the fates, we roll dice. They are D6s. And you roll for either magic or mischief. If you roll for magic, you want to roll under your number. If you're rolling for mischief, you want to roll over your number. So depending on what your bent is, or you could just be in the middle, perhaps, because you're a little bit of both, you choose a number between 2 to 5. A high number means you're better at magic, so like casting spells, intuition, direct, passionate action. A low number means you're better at mischief, so like sneaking, negotiating, lying, subtle, considered action. So I'll start the other way around. B, or rather, Anthony. What's your number?
It's a number 5. I know it was magic, and I'm kind of amazing at everything I do, and I would never cause mischief. Not me.
All right. And Andy,
Number 4.
you two are magic inclination. All
Be
right.
magical.
It is a magic school.
It's like a
Damien.
I think I'm gonna go with 5 as well. He's a good, like,
Alright.
he doesn't have a mischievous bone in his body. He can't do it.
It's not much mischief, mostly magic at this point.
Yeah.
And Laren.
I mean, I talked to Ghost, so y'all know what's coming.
Yeah.
Well, what's your number, Laren?
I went with a 4.
4.
Oh, you're still
Alright.
pretty magical. I was hoping to be
Oh.
mischievous by talking to them
Oh,
ghosts
good.
like
I mean, that being said, I mean, do we? Well, you know, I could.
because you can't go past a 2, I believe. Like, you can't go under that, like when you're picking your
Yeah.
stats. Like you can't have a
Yeah.
1 in mischief.
Okay. Well, I mean, if we need some mischief and everyone is magic so far, then I'll be mischief.
Yeah.
So,
It's like a 2, a 3. What are you thinking?
yeah, that would probably be a 2. Unless, I mean, I don't think I can pick lower than a 2. So we'll go.
Nah.
All right, so we have our one mischief maker, Laren.
And here I was being like, I'm not going to be mischief today. Nope, not me. I was incorrect, chat. I was incorrect.
So we've already kind of done the fourth thing where you pick a fun magical mystery name, but let's go around and tell us your name and a little bit about yourself now that we have a couple of these things done. So let's start with Laren.
Okay, so I guess that's true. Mischief is half the fun. It's also half the title, so there's that. So my character is um, kind of a free spirited character who reads a lot of manga, like a lot of it, and anime and stuff. And so what happens is if he gets like either really excited or really irritable, random like manga just like start emerging. So that's gonna happen. He also spends a depending on his classes, if they're not interesting, he may try to sneak around the school and just find places to hole up and read or talk to ghosts and things. So that's a thing. And also, well, actually, those two things are pretty defining about him, other than the fact that he wears glasses and he has an amethyst ring that he keeps very close to him. It's important.
So I have a question for you.
Okay.
What's your favorite class?
My favorite class? If I had to pick like a class that he was really interested in, it would be creative writing.
Mm-hmm. And let's move on to Damien. Tell us about your character's name and a little bit of personality.
Ooh, okay, so I'm playing Damien Stormstar. I'd say he's on the hockey team as well. I don't know, do you think it's like a unisex hockey team?
Definitely.
Yeah,
Definitely,
yeah,
yeah.
definitely.
So he's on the hockey team as well. Not a star player like Ayantha, but he's pretty good. He used to do as well as he can in all subjects. He's trying to be an all-rounder, but he struggles a lot with unlike Lorin, creative writing. But I think he's pretty good at like the potion making and the more magical side of the school.
Nice. And what's your favorite place to hang out in school?
Oh, that's a hard one. Probably the library. He likes the quiet.
You ever run into Laren there? Just like
Probably
under like a pile of manga?
Yeah, you're like, hey, what's that? There's not comic books you're reading there.
I just remembered another question I wanted to ask Lauren, which is, when you cast spells, do you say the full name of the spell out loud as you cast it?
If I'm casting spells, I'm usually trying to be as subtle as possible, mostly because they're used as a distraction while I do something else. Hey, just, rattle the window over here while I sneak into the library so that no one can find me hiding in my books type of thing.
Aww.
Oh, nice. Okay, so now we go to Ianthe. Please describe your character.
Let me sit up straight for this. I feel like you needed something specific. What?
Your full name, your personality a little bit, and I'm to create the world. I did nothing of that sort.
I mean, you're doing it right then.
Exactly.
Sup? My name's Ayanthe Whisperweather. I'm kind of the captain of the hockey team here, and my wand is also my hockey stick. So if you see me walking around with that, you don't get to confiscate it because that's how I cast my magic, and it's also how I save people. I show up with my wizard hat, which is kind of like native to my wizarding country. The magical land of Canada. It snows a lot, so we have to protect ourselves with these toques. Yeah, that's pretty much everything you need to know about me, and I never fail a shot.
Name a rival team that you go up against, and what's their mascot?
Well, if we've got a golden beaver, and Brito, like that was a wonderful like Canadian, like those are our animals. So I'm gonna go with a goose. They're called the silver geese.
The silver geese.
It's fundamentally not as good as us because we're golden, they're silver. Like it just,
Right?
I don't know why they keep trying. Honestly,
They're disappointments.
And do they look anything like a particular goose that comes from the north?
Oh yeah. Their chant and their go ahead.
I was gonna say perhaps they are gray in color.
Yes. I was gonna say their chant, like when everybody's in the bleachers and like their team is doing really well, they just hiss at us.
Oh.
A la geese.
Yep.
very
Okay, cool.
unsettling.
That's perfect.
Intimidating.
And last but not least, Andy. Tell us about your character.
Yeah, so she's the new kid, as I said, and she actually came from a more private magic school, and her parents kind of transferred her there because she was. They thought that she needed new friends and she needed more of a social life, even though she ain't all about that. But the secret with Andy is that she's trying to delve deeper into an issue that she has. And that is all I'm going to say about that.
Hockey?
No. And also, it's funny because Laren has an amethyst ring. I also have an amethyst ring, but you know what? Because I'm respectful, I will change it to a sapphire ring.
Well, I mean, you absolutely do not. So fun fact here. The reason why I picked amethyst were a couple of things. At the time that I was thinking about between magic and mischief, or me mostly using magic to make mischief, there's a lot of history about amethyst stones in relation to those things, and it's also my birthstone because I'm a February baby. So I was just kind of like, this would just be a good theme to have, but also player connections, maybe.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Maybe
Okay,
there's
okay.
something more.
Okay.
All right.
It's kind of like, I'm your friend because I like your taste in jewelry.
Huh.
What's your least favorite subject that you're subjected to?
My least favorite, if there's any kind of physical education class in here, that's my least favorite because I'm not, like, she's not athletic at all whatsoever. And I feel like Ayanthe is like always trying to get her to do something every morning.
Laps, butt ring.
Gotta do the daily run, but she doesn't do it. So
Field hockey or ice hockey?
Oh, ice hockey.
Oh, for sure.
Permafrost lake that is there.
Yeah.
10 times more dangerous.
Have a couple of kids, playing hockey on a permafrost lake. Nothing can go wrong.
Bunch of high schoolers, yeah.
Okay, so I did sort of not read completely ahead, and I realized that as part of your starting package, you have a school uniform of some kind, because this is a private school of sorts, kind of. You have a magical focus, which some of you have already, and a familiar. Doesn't have to be alive. It can also be mechanical in nature. So do y'all have familiars?
Yes, I do.
All right. What's your familiar?
My familiar is a swallow. It's a wee little bird.
Oh.
Do they hang out with you or are they just like zipping around?
Both of those things, mostly because it's kind of like, shh, you can't be here. You're going to notice some stuff. But when we're together, we're like, they're constantly chatting. So it's adorable to watch if it ever happens.
So they're tweeting.
Oh, damn it.
Fired.
I'm sorry, come back.
It's been fun. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.
All right. There are also player goals that you may have. I believe Andy's is a little more secretive, perhaps? that will become apparent. Does anyone have a goal that they would like to share with the class? Yes, I am.
To beat the Silver Geese and a game of wizarding hockey.
Ooh, I think so. Okay, this is kind of related to my familiar. I think my familiar is probably like a failed potion experiment. So like I tried making probably a potion of healing, and it ended up being like a living slime ball, and I kind of liked it, so it became my familiar.
Where do you keep it?
It's just a little thing. I probably like have it on my shoulder sometimes, but
It's
I let it go
oozing.
for walks as well. So I just like slither down and just slither away sometimes.
So it's like flubber.
Yeah, pretty much.
Do they leave like a trail behind when they're traveling?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, gross.
Yeah. And I think my goal is to try and recreate that and make him bigger.
To upgrade your familiar.
Yeah. Because I have no idea how I did it. But
also, Andy has a familiar. It's a little red panda that kind of chills around her neck.
Oh my god, no.
That's adorable. Okay, wait. My familiar isn't as adorable as everyone.
It's adorable in its own way.
Right now, it's so cute.
And
so no, you cannot touch my red panda, but it's so cute, and you can admire it from all the way over there.
There you go. You already know.
Ianthe's just got like a little beetle in their toque. They just hang out with me, you know, mechanical. They're a bit of a snitch, you know. So like, if I send them out, they have wings. They can fly around. And I can catch them.
Do they snitch on you?
They're just a little golden. So yeah.
Damn it. Should have expected that. I'll be honest.
That gives you some practice for wizard as the buck of justice tends to go all over the place. All right, so now we get to create our school just a little bit. So as a group, pick 3 strengths for the school. Extensive library, which I feel like that's probably, I'll read it all out and then we can decide. Distracted faculty, many secret passageways and tunneling ghosts, nearby village, well-regarded, well, not mage ball, hockey team.
Thank you.
I feel like 3 have kind of made themselves apparent.
Yeah.
So an extensive library, mostly friendly ghosts, and a well-regarded mage ball team. All right.
I would like to throw into this mix of things for consideration secret passageways.
I knew you would love that.
Mischief, though.
Yeah, we the ghosts can be friendly or not, and maybe there's some mischief that can happen there, so we could choose instead many secret passageways and tunnels. All right, so now we pick 2 problems that this wonderful faculty never has, because of course it's the best school ever. So dark past, dangerous environs, far from home, poorly funded, unpleasant rivalries, and very attentive staff.
I would say. Oh wait, here's a reading.
I love poorly funded for the narrative fear that creates.
I'm between very attentive staff and dangerous environs.
Environment.
Yeah.
Like.
It was.
Okay, so we've got dangerous environs. Very attentive staff could definitely be a thing. Poorly funded also is a good option. Is there any preference between one or the other?
Andy, Damien, what are y'all feeling?
I kind of like poorly funded. um,
Yeah, like I feel like it would probably be like we think we're more priests than we actually are.
yeah.
So
We have a golden beaver after all.
yeah,
Yeah.
Great.
Tarnished. Fine.
Wonderful. So this young wizard school for arcane excellence has dangerous environs, which means the area around here is home to monsters or worse, and poorly funded, so low supplies and many things old and worn out. With all of this done, let us begin. So, it is a Friday morning, like today. It is the last day of the week, looking forward to the weekend, and you all are stuck in a creative writing class. The teacher has set an assignment on the board that says, "We walked into the dungeon, ... as your writing prompt. What are y'all doing in this class? As the teacher has gone off to use the restroom, grab a cup of coffee, who knows? This is kind of what happens in class. A writing prompt is written, and then they just go for the majority of the class.
I think Damon is trying his best. His best isn't great, but he's trying his best at this.
What does his best look like?
So he's definitely sitting there, like tapping the pen against his head, like, walk to the dungeon, and he's probably, might as well. He's a TTRPG fan, so like he's just rewriting. He's rewriting. He never writes notes for his campaigns, so there it's a bit spotty what's going on. It's really dark, so I can't see. So I end up slipping and falling and losing my sword. I don't have dark vision, so I can't find my weapon.
I would totally be sketching right now. Like there would be me making like something that looks like a cave, and then a person at the end with like peering around the corner. And I would just pick a random person.
Andy, you're
Yeah, I am doing the assignment. I'm a very short story. Like I'm getting into it, and this is my zone. And so I'm just minding my own business.
I've drawn out the plans for the Mage Ball game that's coming up tomorrow. So like we've got like it's honestly just like a square with many scribbles. And then at the very top it says I win.
Laren, you hear a psst, psst, psst. It's one of your regulars that you chat with. It's Ron. Cold Ron.
Hey, how's it going?
Hey, do you know about those? There's like a group of like really buff people that are in on the lake, and they're making some holes in it. They're like wearing these shirts with like silver ducks on them.
And while they're talking, I'm like starting to like sketch what these people look like. So tell me what they look like though.
So like there's this one dude who's like really beefy, really big, and is like 8 foot tall. And then there's this one other person that's like 5 feet,
And then
really slender.
like that, yeah.
And then there's these twins.
Twins.
One has blonde hair, the other has red hair.
Blonde and red hair. You know, I really should start taking reference notes. Hold on for a second.
You're better than the rest of us.
Right.
Buff dude, not tall dude, twin dudes. Red hair, blonde hair.
And like they have these like really long bows that have a
And they're digging holes though.
yeah. I don't know. Maybe it's like some sort of I don't know. Maybe it's nothing, but I thought I should tell you. You didn't hear from me.
Thanks, Rania. I appreciate it.
What do y'all do?
Do we hear that?
Right.
You hear one side of the conversation.
What
Like,
is
okay,
Sin
so what
doing,
everybody
or,
hears is
Laren?
a mumbling, like a lot of mumbling about buff dude, blonde dude, red dude, not especially tall dude, holes, digging.
Yeah,
Why
I
are
heard
they
you said
digging
buff.
over here?
Are you
And
talking about me?
huh?
I heard you said buff. Did you call me?
That's not your name, right?
No, but you can always refer to me as somebody who is buff. I will accept that.
But I don't think you would like being this particular buff person because you have silver duck on your shirt, and you definitely do not have those.
Oh hell nah. What's
But,
going on, Laren?
Definitely buff though. Definitely buff. Yep.
I just keep hearing my name every time you say buff.
Okay, so we're just gonna call like that. That is just your name now.
Okay.
Like player, no, that's just your name now. Your name is just like buff person. So do I know that what our opposing hockey team is?
Yeah, you if you are interested in the sports, you would have heard of the silver geese or the gray goose sometimes, because it's like they don't have silver on their uniform.
Oh, okay. I'm imagining that now because you said silver geese. Somebody has probably called them the dingy ducks at one point.
Yes, they have.
Might have
that's-
already. It might have been by Ianthe.
Absolutely.
That might have
Oh,
been
yeah.
that might have
Yeah.
been a thing that happened. Yep. All right, cool. So well, hey buff dude.
Yeah.
I may have heard that some of your friends may be visiting our school today.
I'm gonna slap my hockey stick aggressively on the ground. What?
Whoa.
Oh yeah, they're
I
kind of
have-
just chilling out by they're chilling out by the lake over there, digging holes and things. As a matter of fact, and Laren whistles.
What happens when you whistle?
Jonathan appears. Jonathan being my little swallow familiar.
Oh my word.
Oh, okay.
Oh my gosh.
So sits on your
I
shoulder.
just like put out my little
on your-
pointer finger right here.
Yep. Sits right on it very delicately. Chirp, chirp. Because I can't whistle.
I can't whistle either, it's fine. So things that happen as kind of like a whole ritual thing that they do. Like he touches Jonathan to his forehead. They have like one of these little sweet, like, oh, that's really cute. So I heard that there are some people by the lake. What do you know about that?
So what you get from actually,
Make him roll. Make him roll.
yes,
Make him roll.
let us to
Let's roll
get
today.
to get as accurate information as you can, or perhaps what you will. Let us use our first roll. So I believe since this is a ritual, you are rolling for magic.
roll for magic. Okay, how much? What am I rolling?
Okay, so since so you get a one dice just for rolling. I'm gonna say because you're using familiar, you get one more.
Okay.
So 2d6, and and basically, while you're rolling, for the benefit of the audience and for everyone else, if you roll, it's success or failure essentially. So if you roll 0 successes, something goes wrong, and I say how things get worse somehow. If you roll 1 success, you barely manage it, and you get a complication. If you roll 2, you do it well. Good job. And if you roll 3 or more, it's a critical success, and you get some extra perks. And if you roll the number exactly, you succeed. And you experience a magical mischief, and you gain some special insight by asking me a question for each die that is rolled exactly the number.
Okay. Well, I have no idea what the number is, so let's
Yes.
part of the cards here, right? This is magic, so I have to roll below the number.
Yes, you have to roll below the number, so you have to roll 1s or 2s.
Oh no.
Right.
So sorry. Wait.
No, you
Magic.
have that right.
Yeah,
My
that's
bad.
right.
Sorry. If it's magic, you have to roll. Yes, you have to roll under.
Oh no, okay, yeah, you had it right.
Yeah.
Someone save me. Okay, I have a 3 and a 5.
All right. So, today, perhaps it's Friday, perhaps who knows. You basically your timeline gets distorted with basically oh yeah, there's definitely some birds out in the forest, and they're up to no good. They're having a match with the squirrels over who gets them nuts, and that's the information you get.
One of the birds was digging, and it's like, yeah, that's the information.
No, it's kind of like, bird just comes up, and instead of telling me about what I want to know, they tell me bird things. That's fair. That's fair. I mean, okay. For fairness, Jonathan, that is actually very important. I hope you're staying out of trouble, but also not what I wanted to know right now. You know what? Here, just hang out here. So, yeah. Anyway, because I'm now talking to you with a little bird on my finger. Yeah, there are people by the lake digging holes, and that is all the information I have.
Ianthe's gonna look aggressively towards Damien and Andy. Are you ready to get your skates?
Wait, we're still in class. I haven't finished. I'm nearly at the end. There's gonna be a plot twist. Hold on. I'm nearly there. He's gonna keep trying to finish off his work.
I don't skate.
You do now, Andy.
No, I don't.
He just goes there. There's no way to stop them.
I'm gonna start marching out of the class.
You can't just drag people out to the lake on skates. You're not dragging me out into the lake on skates either, because I don't skate. However, I will walk at a very leisurely pace.
I'll accept that. As the captain of the mage ball team, that is acceptable. Now, onward, team.
All right, Jonathan, off you go.
We're still in class, guys. You don't need to. It's just okay.
At this point, as you're saying it's still class, you see a orderly, like a janitor walk in with a note being like, so it seems like this yeah, they're not coming back for the rest, so just do that thing, and then when the bell rings, just go to your next class, whatever. And walks off.
Did we lose our professor?
I think so. I mean, this happens a lot. That happened last year as well. Yeah. I don't know where they're going or what's happening to them. And we do seem to get more ghosts. Anyway, yeah, you said there was the dingy ducks were here? Was that what I was getting?
Right? That's who it was, right?
Some gray goose or dingy ducks or something. They're over there causing trouble on the school property or whatever. Normally, this would be a really good way for me to get out of class, but that could actually be a problem. And the last time they had to make us all go outside for a drill, it rained, and I ruined at least 2 volumes of my favorite manga. And we're not doing that again. We're not doing that. So,
Manga? What do you mean?
It's beautiful outside.
Although, while we're here, and I'm just going to walk up to the board and start sketching all the things that I put in my notes. And so now what you have is a person at like right under the prompt. So you see a square with a person peeking into a cave. Then you see like another square with like a lake in the cave with all of the people that the ghost described around it. And like us, and in the center of the lake is this glowing silver goose. And then like another square with our classmates with like, instead of a sword, they're holding like a shield and like a hockey stick. Yes. And in their uniform, and like everybody else in turn dressed in the different things that they're dressed in. But where Andromeda is, there's a question mark where she's like looking at people with like skates, but clearly not wearing any. She has, she has a pair of Doc Martens instead.
I love that.
All right, so you make your way to the field where the Permafrost Lake is, and sure enough, as described, there are 4 figures off the heights mentioned and the hair colors mentioned, poking some holes. And it looks like they're freezing over pretty quickly, but you know that when that happens, it makes the overall lake a little weak.
Oh.
Yes.
I think
so anybody have a game coming up soon? Is that what's happening here?
Yes, there's a game. There's a game later this evening.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd barely be aware of it. Who keeps up with these sort of things? Games just mean I can hide under the bleachers and not be bothered by people.
I know you attend my games. You always tell me that you say congrats. That means you've been to my games, right?
Well, I mean, to be fair, yes, several of them.
Do you watch them? Because we're pretty good.
Well, it's not necessarily to say that I watch them. However, and he pulls out his phone, and what you see are like several hundred, like there's like a whole clip folder of just like random, or seemingly random moments from all of these different games.
Ooh.
I don't know scores, I don't know players, and I don't know statistics, but I do keep very meticulous notes.
I look really good on that one. Yeah. This is good.
Would you like get me at a better angle in the next one, please? I don't look. It's really unflattering in that video, please.
Yeah, so you see those 4 figures on the lake. What do you all do?
So I want to ask everybody kind of, so like Ayanthe is going to be standing kind of front and center, perhaps like at the difference between like the barrier between like the grass and the ice rink that we have. They're going to plant their arms on their hips, and like they have like their staff, their hockey stick kind of floating in front of them. And like how are my teammates gathered behind me?
I am not, because I am trying to be sneaky and see if I could do some recon while you are while you are drawing their attention.
I'm standing off to the side with Honey, and I'm just messing with Honey and making sure that she's okay. And yeah, she's kind of like cradling my arm.
Your red panda's Honey?
Yeah.
Aww.
I love that, like, I'm trying to with some intimidation factor, and then there's just like
it's kind of like she was expecting like the Super Sentai pose for like everybody.
Damien, what are you up to? Are you in position?
Yes, I think I'm in position. I think think Damien's personality and how he looks don't match quite well. He's very timid. He's kind of timid, but he's a pretty burly guy. So he's probably standing behind, here's an anime reference. Very like at JoJo, like a stand right behind, behind Ayantha. Just
Hey, hey, buff dude.
Yeah.
So, like, I know we were thinking like base scale, like battle and confrontation and stuff, right? But what if we do some sneaking, right? So that we can kind of get evidence that they cheated, right? So that when you bring them justice, you don't get in trouble. I can do that for you. I'm kind of sneaky.
I don't think I've ever not been direct. Like, I had a whole speech prepared.
Oh, no. You should totally be direct.
Oh.
I'm going to go do sneaky things.
I'm good because you always talk to yourself, and I think that's so weird. But that has to mean you're a good person, right?
You know what? Back and like, you know something? You're absolutely right. And meanwhile, Lara just kind of like, I think that just means that I'm not going to have to deal with consequences for sneaking away later. This is good. Oh no. Sorry. Okay, so you do the thing where you're just like the hand of justice, and I am going to see if there is a way for us to have evidence to talk to the principal about later. I'll be right back. Andy,
right.
If you would like to come with.
Yeah, I can do that. That's fine.
Split the party. All right, so let's do some magic first with the mage ball team, and then we will see how Mischief does. All right.
So how are we doing this, Cap?
So Ianthe, if you would like to roll me some magic.
I would love to roll some magic. Let me pull out one of my many d6. 5 on the dot. Which is not actually a good thing, is it?
No, well, no, it is a good thing.
Oh, okay.
You get to do some magical mischief.
Yes.
So
okay.
you succeed, and you can also ask me a question for each die that rolls the number exactly.
Oh.
Okay, that's what it was. That's what I always forget. Okay, so I'm in a space where I can cast some magic. I can do some magical things. What are my constraints? Like with a 5.
Your imagination.
Oh,
and
boy.
possibly ice. Like not a stable sheet of ice might be the other constraint for whatever you're planning on doing.
Environment wise, are we in a place with a lot of snow on the ground?
On the field and this lake. Everywhere else, it's right now summer.
All right. So Ianthe is going to, with their wand, their hockey stick, it starts to spin. No, actually, it is flat side down, and it's kind of going back and forth as if it was batting a hockey puck, kind of like holding it in place. But that motion itself creates like a magical energy that starts to appear. And then there are these small beaver-shaped snowfolk that are now being formed as Damien and Ianthe's sports team to kind of fill in, because we're feeling a little bit, like we've got our center, but we don't have like our, oh God, I don't actually know hockey terms. We don't have like our left and our right.
Other players.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. We've got like
really good at sports ball.
We are. But they all have like a little bit of like a golden like shimmer to them, but they are effectively made out of snow. And Ianthe is gonna proudly just summon beavers, be my team. And I got some questions.
Yes. While you ponder on that question, Damien, what are you doing?
Oh, I have no idea how to follow that up. I think so. They're just I'm gonna summon. I want to do a similar thing. I want to summon hockey sticks and hockey pucks for our teammates. So we have like a firing range. We just if we wanted to, we could just start hucking frozen pucks at them.
All right,
if
give
it
me some
needs to
magic.
be. Oh, that's not good.
I'm gonna
is
say you
the-
get an extra you get an extra 1d6.
Thank you.
For basically being the good egg.
Okay, thank you. Oh, because I rolled a 6, not good. But
Okay, so you also get to ask a question. So together, you manage you summon 6 for the beavers.
Yeah.
I kind of like open up I'm assuming we have like a blazer kind of uniform for this thing. So I open up my pocket and like, hey, be play. And then like you see a little red slime like start slithering out of his pocket and up. And in the slime, he's holding a little pen, and he pulls it out, and that's his arcane focus. And he basically just starts writing, literally in the air, what he wants, and then that forms into the hockey sticks. He's like, I don't know, how many people are in the hockey team? 10? I don't know. Just like 10 hockey sticks, and then the word 10 hockey sticks kind of splits off into 10, and then shapes into ice hockey sticks and lands inside the hands of the little snowfolk he made.
Little snow beavers.
And then my little slime just like sits on my shoulder.
Did I just hear snow beavers?
Snow beavers. One of them is called Beaver, though.
They all in unison say, "Baby, baby,
No.
baby." Oh, sorry.
Oh, I think my spell went wrong. I'm so sorry.
Really
Okay. Yeah. So all of this happens, and 4 heads turn and stare at you, and they go, "What? Looks like we have a little bit of trouble." And they stop doing what they're doing.
Not that voice. Oh no.
I love them. Oh no, I don't want to hurt them anymore.
And what do you do with your summoned beaver team?
Damien, we need a good declaration. I lied to Laren when I said I had a really good speech. He's just so smart that I have to like pretend sometimes.
Okay, I could try something. I don't have one planned either.
That's okay. Here, take my hockey stick, hold it, and square your back, and project your voice.
Stop that.
Yeah, you're doing great. One more.
What are you doing on our ice rink? Cap, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what to do.
That's great. Look at them shivering in fear.
You notice they are shivering, but not out of fear. They are not equipped for the sudden area of gold, and they're wearing like summer like half sleeve t-shirts and stuff, and they're not equipped. They're shivering though, and they split 4 ways as they realize they've been caught. And we're gonna come back to that in the moment with the Mischief crew. What are you doing?
So what we're trying to do, like as they're, what I'm trying to do is before they go forth and make like whatever declaration they're about to make, I'm assuming that the other team doesn't necessarily see them right away.
No.
And so I want to try to snap a photo of them doing the thing that they are doing.
Okay.
Before they stop doing it or whatever. And then I'm like, oh wait, you know what I could do? Video mode. Hey, Andy, do you have a wait a minute, what am I even asking? Do you have your phone on you?
No.
Oh. Well, we're gonna have to hope this one works. I hope it doesn't run out of battery. So we're gonna try to take a little video of those people down there before they get away with whatever they're getting away with.
You sure that's allowed?
Oh, it's the video thing though, so shouldn't make a shutter noise.
Okay.
Okay, so we're gonna try to find an angle for the shot and hopefully not get noticed.
Oh, okay. I mean, do you want me to do anything?
Well, I mean, my thing is more writing or anything else. So if you can help me with just trying to like line up this framing, that would be really cool.
And am I getting anything in return for this? I asked that in the nicest way possible.
Is there a particular thing that you require?
Um,
Hold on, do you require NDAs?
what?
You know, the thing where it's just like, hey, I'm going to help you do something, but you also can't ever tell people that I helped you because no, right? Is this one of those things?
No, I just want something in return. That's it. Okay. If you can find something as far as protective magic of some sort, like the higher, like rank 5 magic, that'd be wonderful.
Hold the prepaid phone, rank 5 magic.
Why
That's
does it have to be prepaid?
most things are where I'm from, but never minding that for a moment.
Mm.
Rank 5 magic, is that sounds like a real serious thing.
Yeah. I'm in a real serious situation. And if you can't get it for me, that's okay. And I can just go back to the shit show over there. So,
I mean, here, honest moment here. Look over there at the shit show that's about to happen. Are you sure? But also, why don't I see what I can do? If for no other reason, then it sounds like at the very least you need the help, whether I offer it or not.
okay.
That and no offense here, but you don't look like the mischievous type.
I just don't care much about that stuff. I kind of just keep focused. So,
Okay, well, focus it is. But I still like your help in lining up the shot if you don't mind.
fine.
Fantastic.
right.
So, how many d6s am I giving you?
All right, so you get a d6. I will say you could take one more for your role personality. Roll me some mischief.
Actually, what number am I aiming for?
You want to roll above 2.
Okay,
2
well,
or above.
so a 2 or above, is that what we're looking
Yeah.
for? Okay, I have a 2 and a 6.
So double success, and one of them is magical mischief, which means you definitely succeed. Good job. And you get to ask me a question for that too.
So, my one question, given the information I have just received, is what do I know about the kind of magic we have access to at this school? Do we even have like magic information at the level that Andy just asked for?
Here's the thing. You know that the school has its funding has slowly eroded away, but it is a very old school, and there's lots of stuff waiting to be discovered. And as you're lining up the shot, you nearly trip yourself over a circular disc that is about 2 or 3 feet long. It looks old, but it looks pristine. Shield size. Very
Alright.
similar to that drawing you doodled.
Interesting. Okay. So I take myself.
It is attached to a bony hand, but
Oh wait, there's a whole thing down here.
Oh.
So what I want to do is kind of go, all right, but not draw attention to it immediately, right? So it's one of those things where kind of like, okay, the universe is clearly speaking, but I'm also going to casually play off like I did not even notice that. Hold on for a moment. I'm just going to make a note here, and we're going to take that little bit of video. But then what I'm going to do is just keep filming when Damien and the buff dude confront the enemy team. So we're just going to have a whole thing of them doing a bad thing and then them getting confronted by the good guys and going, when I get into our video editor later, I'm going to have a field day with this.
I see what you did there.
Oh no. Oh, these puns. I was not told.
Andy, is there anything you are doing while Lauren is filming this evidence?
It's funny because Laren thought that, it was subtle, the whole shield and the death. But Honey has picked that up, absolutely. So she kind of like scurries off on my shoulder and she starts sniffing around it. And I notice and I say, Laren, did you see this over here?
Did I see what?
The shield. The hand, the dead hand.
Oh, you mean the thing that probably leads to some other secret part of the school that we don't normally get into? Who knows?
Yeah.
But,
should we tell a professor about this?
Well, here, let's pretend for a moment that this is like a B-rated movie.
Okay.
If I found a secret passage in a B-rated movie and I told other people about it, what would they try to do?
Tell a professor?
They wouldn't, because professors keep you out of trouble. That's trouble. There's a whole bone hand right here.
With a bone head.
So, there's a skull. Okay.
Just the skull and like wrist up bony hand.
So right. A thought might be, if that's something that you want to explore, get yourself some people that you think are good for exploring. But if you tell a professor about it, for one, they're probably going to tell you to stay out of it. But two, since we're here, I'm going to kneel down real quick and just knock on it. It's in real good condition.
Okay, but we can't necessarily just take the shield and like carry it around because it's kind of obvious.
Do you see those two over there? Of course you can.
And you see right now them doing their beaver thing and the baby going on and the 4 strangers just splitting ways and running for their lives.
Okay,
well,
fine.
Sounds like you have yourself an adventure.
Yeah.
Besides, what I'll say here is, Andy, authorities are helpful for some things, but not for these things.
So, as you say that, Andy kind of has a moment where she just falls forward and she just face plants. And she lays there for a second, and you kind of see this very faint black aura kind of over her body. And then suddenly it goes away, and as if like the scene kind of like reverses, she comes back up. She's like, "What did you say?"
Did I see all of that happen?
Yes, you did. But we're gonna come back to you in a moment. Ianthe and Damien, they split 4 ways, like 4 cats, run away. What do? You hear a thunk, like really far behind, towards where you think your other classmates are. What do you do?
We had 2 questions to ask still.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I'm sorry. Yes. Ask those
That's
questions.
my fault, yeah.
I would like Ianthe. Okay, if I'm looking around and like everybody's running and like they're slipping and sliding and they're in them shorts, who looks the buffest? Who can I challenge?
Probably the 8-foot person.
Okay, I'm gonna turn to Damien. Damien, we need a slap off competition. Will you be my goalie?
Of course.
And I believe Damien had a question.
Yes. I guess. Oh, does the do I know if the buffest guy? So the buffest guy, I'm assuming we probably played in a few
Yeah.
matches before against them. Do they have a preferred side that they like shoot at? Like, do they tend to hit to the left, to the right, down the center?
Yeah, they tend to hit to the left.
Okay.
They're a freshman. They're new.
What is fresh? Is that like grade
Freshman
9?
is like the that's like 9th.
Okay, it's got the word fresh in it, so I assume they're babies.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Their apparent size is probably why they were put on the team.
Okay, excellent. So that's like we want to kind of create this challenge to distract at least one of them while Laren and Andromeda can kind of figure out what to do with the others.
Mhm.
So with them shivering and like for who remains, I'd like to skate over to the buffest of them. And like, again, with that stance that Ianthe has, I mean, we can be a little bit more JoJo too. Like they can, let's be real. But they still have their hockey stick and they're gonna crack it on the ground, hopefully at a nice, not uneven spot. You, buffest of the dingy ducks, I challenge you to a slap off.
The buffest person, who we will call Henry. Henry says, "Who, me?"
Yes, you. Get your hockey stick ready and we will see who is the strongest. Or just the better at, doing the sport that like is kind of what I'm in school for.
No, thank you.
What?
Oh, what?
Let's say no? This is an option? Damien, this is an option?
I thought we were going by the honor system. I thought we just had to accept it when we got challenged. Is that?
Yeah.
I give a little bird whistle at this moment.
You hear the bird whistle. What do you do?
I don't remember our code. What's our code?
I don't. Did we have a code? Isn't that just a bird?
It kind of sounds like Laren's bird, like the one that I once hit with a book. They have forgiven me though, and I'm very grateful.
Wait, you hit Lammy's bird with a book?
Well, the bird walked into the book, like the flew into the book, because like I lifted it at the same time they were going. Anyways.
Okay.
Besides the point, they were lovely, and I got them treats and we're friends. But what's the response to the bird sound? Do I shout beaver?
Caw-caw!
You hear a caw in the distance.
Jonathan, can you just go and retrieve them? Like, subtlety. Why? Why?
And Jonathan's already flying over and is zooming around Ianthe and Damien and kind of going, like, pointing this way towards everyone. And as you're discussing this, the other three have definitely left, and the Henry, the buff dude, is like, look, we were never here, okay? So I'm gonna go.
No, you were
And-
definitely here. And
You know
you said
I'm
said no to an official.
invisible, and
No, you're not.
starting to walk
We haven't
away.
learned that spell yet.
So when I see them trying, I see them trying to leave?
Yeah,
Okay.
you're filming all of this.
So we're filming
Even
all
the
of this.
I'm invisible.
They're filming all of this, and just when they get ready, like as they're getting ready to leave, and I'm just like, okay, I think we're at a good point that I've gotten the evidence I need to get. I stop filming. I very carefully put the phone in my pocket, and I shout, "No, we definitely saw you. That was absolutely a thing."
Was that another bird?
And they just put, like, they take out this cape that is blue with silver stars, drape it on themselves, and go, I'm invisible! But they're not. They're just covered in the cape, and they're walking
haven't-
along.
We
They're
haven't
leaving.
learned that spell yet. We can still see you. Okay. Are we just?
And
gonna
then
let
they
them-
crouch lower and lower, but they just are just, and they're
It's
crawling
average
now.
height now.
And they're now gone. Far enough, unless you give chase. But your friends are calling you. And Jonathan the Swallow is like, come on. Let's get, we're losing daylight here. Get scooch.
I think we.
At
David
a
starts
certain
heading
point
over.
of like, at a certain point of like flying around, he starts like lightly kind of like butting them in the direction that he has, like that they're trying to go. So it's like I'm a little bird and I'm trying to like herd whole humans. Oh no, why did you send me to do this?
Humans and snow people. You know, the beavers that we had magically cast with their little icy hockey sticks and their little icy pucks. They're just like batting them back and forth as they walk with us behind us in formation.
Having their own little like hockey practice as we make our way back.
Yes.
So you're all somewhat together at this point?
Is Andy with us?
What do
She's
you
working
do?
on it. She's having a moment.
Yeah, you see Andy face planting on this big shield-like thing. Going,
So
what happened?
I'm not necessarily sure what happened with Andy. They were kind of talking, and then they were kind of not here for a bit.
Did you turn invisible?
Not invisible, just not here. I don't really know how to describe it better than that. But anyway, hey Buff Dude, you like challenges, right?
Hell yeah. What's up? What do you need? I have my hockey stick.
Hey, there's a thing like right here. It's a kind of a big beefy shield. We were talking about one of those. You think you can pick that up?
Hell yes. Do I need to use magic to pick it up?
Sure. Let's go with that.
Hey, Andy, you want to just scoot over just a wee bit so they can try to pick
Yeah,
that?
sure.
I think this is I'm casting magic, right?
Yes.
So a 6 is a success.
You have to roll under
And,
your number.
What
Also,
is
if
my
you
number?
hang on the
5?
ground,
I think your number's
I
5,
believe
yeah.
it is a 5.
I failed.
Yeah, so as you try to pull it up, you end up lifting Andy instead.
Oh,
Welcome
can
to my
you-
arms.
can you put me down, please?
Yes. Yes, I can. Oh. It's like one arm was ready to drop them. Gently. I'll like gingerly put you down into my pile of beaver snow people.
Thanks.
Are you being crowd surfed by beavers?
They accept
Oh
it. I hope so.
no!
Serenading you?
Oh man.
Team.
So
They're saying sorry.
Sorry.
No.
no. Okay. So
Okay.
I can try lifting
Sure.
it. Yeah,
Give
I'll
me
try
some
lifting
magic.
it. A 3.
Yeah, you pick it up.
Yeah, so I think I literally just write lift in the air, and then the word turns into like butterflies, and the butterflies land in the shield, and just pick the shield up.
let's.
Whoa.
All right. So let's have a look at this shield.
So as the shield is being levitated, it's kind of like, when you're pulling out weeds. So that little wrist turns into an arm, into a full arm, and the head's now tilting to kind of like go with it.
Oh, there's a whole I don't
Just hanging like this.
there's a whole body. I don't feel okay. And just turns
It's
away
it's
like
just
No, no.
bone. It's just bone.
it still freaks him out. He's
It's-
like, oh, someone's dead. Nope.
I mean,
nope.
it's fine. We're fine. We're fine. Dead things are cool. We have a bunch of them here.
Well, things are not cool. There's an entire skeleton coming out of the ground.
It's fine. I
And
look
at
at the
this
skeleton and kind of see if there is a ghost nearby.
Yeah, it's our buddy Ron.
Buddy Ron?
Cold
Yeah.
Run.
Cold Ron.
Okay.
Oh hey, thanks for finding me.
Were you hiding?
No, not really. Just nobody comes to this part of the woods.
I guess that's fair. So
It's cold here. That's why I'm cold.
you're not wrong. But also, why are you out here?
Well, you see, there was this battle on this lake for who controls the lake. Because there's a monster in it named Nessie.
Oh.
And apparently, it was summer when this battle was fought, and suddenly it's always winter here. That's why I'm so cold.
Wait. This monster that you're talking about wouldn't happen to be asleep or anything right now, would they?
I guess. But I could feel it. I could feel it kind of stirring with all that ice drilling.
And so everybody's just watching me like talk and like say all of these things, but can't hear the other responses to this conversation.
Yep. Is the are they talking to like only the ghost, or like is there anything animated about the skeleton yet?
The skeleton's just hanging like this.
Okay, so Laren is having that one-sided conversation that we see him
Yep.
do all the time.
Yep. Well, I mean, we're here and we got a free period, so is there something that we can do to help? And also, I kind of look at Andy for a brief moment. One of our friends over here might be looking for some information if you happen to know anything about, the magic that this school has.
What magic?
Hey, Andy, I know that this might not be the time that you want to give like your full like kind of anime style character exposition or whatever, but our friend here might be able to help you find a thing that you're looking for if you can tell them what it is. And I gesture at the shield and the skeleton just floating over here. And then I look at the rest of the group like,
Oh, you mean my protective monster shield thing? That's like a level 5 item.
possibly.
Well, I can't use it anymore. And you see Ron try to grab it, just not being able to hold it.
Oh, you mean this thing right here?
Yeah, my shield, my family crest. You know that our herald animal is a beaver, right?
You know, that tracks. That makes a lot of sense.
This is my home, right? You know that. We spoke about this before.
You know, this is true. But I just thought it would be, like a scroll, some dramatic incantation that would take like 2 minutes to say while you're glowing and floating into the air. But this is also surprisingly convenient.
Yeah.
Well,
But does he always talk to
I'll tell
himself?
you what.
'Cause
Why don't we help? Why don't we help take care of this, and then maybe we can see about dealing with what Henry and his friends have probably brought upon the school in the form of some kind of calamity. Also, why don't you go inside? It's warmer in the house, just
Okay.
in general.
I'll go sit next to that hog-dyed beaver, you know, the one with the gigantic head that is
Okay.
currently being taken by 3 other people wearing those duck costumes.
Wait, they're stealing the thing?
Yeah, apparently the beaver says I object, but it's really muffled under the big head.
No.
Hmm.
Baby.
Okay. Well, we'll tend to that when we can tend to it, but yeah, they would probably very much appreciate your company.
Laren.
Okay, cool. I was never here.
Hey.
Okay. I don't mean to be rude,
Mm-hmm.
but that happens kind of frequently. And I'm just curious, who is, are you talking to yourself? Like, I'm not judging, I'm not, or are you talking?
So it's a little bit less like talking to myself and a little bit more like talking to the departed. So, fun fact, I am very much a fan of not history in the form of like, the things that people built and all of these things, but normally the people who were part of that history. And well, this school has a lot of them to talk to because it's been here for a while. So I kind of learned in the middle of all of this magic and mischief that we're in that some of them can talk to us and I can talk to them. Oh, by the way, you probably knew this, but this is the thing that you're looking for.
Oh, the shield?
Yep, here it is.
Okay. So in all of her short glory, she's trying to like jump up and grab it, but she can't. And because she's too short, she's like,
Damien, could you just,
can someone help? Yeah.
could you lend that to her? Also, hey, buff dude, because are you okay?
Oh, I mean, I'm doing great. I was just talking to my beavers. We're having like a bit of a meeting to like discuss the next game that's coming up. But go ahead.
So about that game, there may be an interruption.
Okay, like a commercial break.
Less like a commercial break or an intermission.
Yeah. Okay, intermissions are cool.
Like a giant monster showing up in the middle of your game.
Are they on my team?
Unfortunately, no.
Helda, we have to stop them.
Well, from what I have learned, that opportunity may just appear for you. So, I hope you're into it.
I want to save my team so I can win. Isn't that right, Damien? As I look over and you're holding on to like skeleton while Andy's trying to jump up and grab the shield.
Yeah, he's trying to push it down, but he just goes back up again. So like, oh, okay, hold on. He just kind of gets his pen, flips over and just like rubs out the butterflies, and it just like drops.
Clatters, you hear some bones cracking.
Oh God. So I'm gonna pick it up, and of course it's super heavy. And I'm just gonna kind of, does it just have like one handle on the back of it? Like how big is it exactly? You said 2 to 3 feet?
Yeah, like the size of what a human sort of proper shield would be.
Okay, okay. So I'm just gonna hold it to my side.
Why did you need that?
You know, why don't
Do you
I
have
just, and I'm going to try to gently remove the bones of the thing from the shield and just place it
Oh yeah, like
somewhere
when
aside.
it clatters to the ground, the fingers that were attached just fall off, so you could just easily pick up the shield.
So why do you need the shield? What about what's going on?
So
We were in creative writing class like 10 minutes ago.
hey, we're about to do the thing that we go to creative writing classes for.
Oh no, don't make me write,
Right?
please.
So GM, do I get the through my sense of intuition for mischief and things, do I have any sense of like imminent danger?
So the probably more imminent danger, since it doesn't look like there's anything happening with the lake, is perhaps your mascot being abducted to somewhere.
Right. Oh, you know, since we have the shield and everything, another thing may be happening. So our mascot, I don't know who is responsible for wearing that costume at the moment, but they're being kidnapped by more of these
The dingy ducks.
Mm-hmm.
yeah these off-white pigeons, so we should go and collect them.
That was a good one. At least write that one down.
White pigeons.
What direction are they? Where are they going? We need to help. We need to help. No one else is good at doing the backflips and the splits in that costume.
Well,
I'm just gonna
the
look at these
description.
two incredulous. You're asking me? Like, it's literally your mascot. Where does the mascot hang out?
I thought you said they're being kidnapped already. They
probably in the locker room where the costume and everything is, like the general locker / sports BE area.
How high leveled would our magic be right now? Would teleportation be a thing we know?
You can certainly try.
You read
I'm gonna
books.
do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna do
All
it.
right.
I'm gonna try and teleport us there. It's a place Damien and I have to probably go to a bunch, so it's like we know the place. I want to see if I can teleport there.
So I will give you, because you are. I can't read my own handwriting.
I think if I can twist my good egg, I'm never late because of my knowledge of the spell.
And you are gifted.
Yes.
I will give you two extra, so 3d6.
Ooh, oh hell yeah!
Nice.
You read all the teleportation books when you should have been getting ready for sports class.
Absolutely. So I rolled a 2, a 3, and a 5.
Okay. So you needed to roll under, which means you got 3 successes and 1 magical mischief. So please, you can ask one question.
So I think he just kind of like, he usually does this for himself. He usually teleports on his own, but there's people around, and he kind of looks at Lauren like, I'm not great at drawing, so don't judge. It's nowhere near as good as what you did in class. And then he just kind of draws in the his best portal, and it's so bad. It's not a perfect oval, it's not a perfect circle. It's like nothing's great about it, but it works. And then so when he draws it, it just becomes like a portal, and you can see into the change rooms of
like your background.
Yeah, just walk through. My question, I guess, I don't. This probably counts as a question, but I need to know like if they're. If the people who are kidnapping the mascot are there, who's the weakest looking one?
All right, I will answer your question as you all step through. Do you all step through?
Only if I can bring my team with me.
Yeah, it's a portal that's open for the plot appropriate amount of time.
Excellent. I'll be the last to enter with my little horde of beavers with hockey sticks kind of shuffling through.
Still saying sorry.
Mm-hmm. It's the only word they know.
Yeah, so you all come through. Sure enough, there is your mascot tied up and being sort of held by 3 people. And to answer your question, Damien, the middle one seems to be the weak link, the shortest. So there's almost like a V shape of being carried away.
Okay. I don't know if
you catch them by surprise. They have not yet noticed your presence as they're trying to carry a very heavy costumed beaver between the 3 of them. And they look like they're also freshmen, but they're all like 5 foot under.
Do I see spirits that look particularly hostile around?
No, you just see Cold Ron just sitting there staring at everything.
Dang it, Cold Ron. Why are you always
Oh,
friends?
jeez.
Don't you have any friends or hobbies?
Just had to go hang out, so hanging out.
So, well, there's our friend over there. Oh, right. No, can't. We're in the correct place. So
It's not the locker room, though. It seems like you managed to, in your spell, with thinking about getting to the mascot, you did it correctly. It is not the locker room. It looks like a dingy hallway, maybe underneath a subterranean hall.
I mean, I guess that was lucky. Not what I was thinking, but it worked.
Yeah, this is fine. Why are we here again? I was coaching my team.
To save the mascot.
So, okay, so,
Evie.
right, summary. See those people? That's our mascot right there. Those people with the mascot, bad guys. Go do the thing.
I have to play 53 like we did last time.
That's the one. Andy, were you gonna help?
Yeah, that's fine.
You know what play 53 is, right? You watch our games?
Yeah.
Okay, great.
I too at this moment, well, the thing is, I don't know if I can, but here, let me ask this question. As a person who is more for mischief, if I try to do magic, does that happen at some significant disadvantage when I do that?
Sorry, can you repeat the last question?
Okay, I'm sure. So like if I want to try magic, does that like impose like a penalty of some kind?
No, the I guess perceived penalty is it is very hard for you since you have a low number to begin with, so there's no extra penalty. However, since you are the weirdo, I will give you an extra dice.
Okay.
So you can roll with 2d6 for magic if there's a magical thing you want to do.
Okay, good to know.
So I'm just gonna go on the fly. I don't know what play 53 is. I made that up on the spot. I'm just gonna I'm gonna assume it has something to do because I think Damien's pretty burly. He just rams into the nearest person he can. To create an opening via Antho is what usually happens in game.
Okay, I'm going to allow, this seems like the climactic heroic moment. I will allow everyone to roll, and I will even let you decide whether you're rolling magic or mischief as you attempt to do this. This feels like the group formation thing, even if it is rather chaotic and unplanned. So let's go around in order of whoever wants to jump up first. The next person will follow, and we'll roll and resolve. So it seems like your Damien is starting it off. So what are
Yeah.
you rolling?
Oh no. I want to say magic, but technically it doesn't really make much sense.
Well,
I'll
it is
have to-
passionate, so it's you are doing magical game, like it is mage ball. So
That is true. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'll do magic.
and I will everybody can roll with 3d6
Oh dang.
Ooh.
Ooh.
because this is your moment.
A 1, 4, and a 5.
Wonderful. That is 3 successes with a question you may ask me as you create magical mischief.
I think what happens is Buble, his little slime ball familiar. Yeah. He like kind of slithers out and essentially acts as the thrust of because unlike D&D slime, my slime is very fast. So he goes behind and just absolutely just jettisons him straight into the smallest person that I identified the first time and just shoulder checks them in the back. Just knocks them flying as hard as they can.
Yeah, so one person knocked and suddenly they're slowed down even further. Do you have a question to ask that maybe might help either yourself or your teammates? You could also give your question to another player to ask.
I think since play 53 is they've been making an opening for Iantha, I think I'll give my question to Iantha so they can use it.
All right, Iantha. What are you rolling?
Oh heck. I mean, I'm rolling magic, of course. I am all kinds of magical. Okay, so I have a bit of like a dual kind of plan in mind because it seems like we're simultaneously trying to save this mascot and the integrity of my hockey rink is kind of in question. I'm wondering, so perhaps my question is like, will I be able to, like, because we're in the basement, right?
Yeah.
I want to be able to cast a spell to, like, fight the monster under the ice while simultaneously, like, okay. Here's what is in the workings of my brain. I have a little army of beavers with, like, stabby hockey sticks and pucks. So if I can cast a spell to, like, animate them in a way that they are going to attack the folks who are attacking our mascot, you know, little beaver save the big beaver.
Yeah.
And then if that portal is still open, I would like to step through it and then, like, Gandalf style crack my staff, like my hockey stick, into the ground and have the ground beneath me start to crack, and whatever is beneath, if it is even revealed a little bit, I would like to, with the remnants of my magic, I might even take off my wizarding hat.
Okay, we're gonna hold off with this
sorry.
very big plan here, and let's see how you fare first before we see what you do. So roll me that 3d6. That is a wonderful plan, but let's see how you do.
These are blessed dice, 2 5s and a 6, so 1 fail, 2 successes.
But both of them are magical mischiefs. Yes, so you have 2 questions to either ask or give to your teammates. We will say you succeed in having the beavers take care of, or start to take care of your mascot. And we will say you step through the portal and we will come back to you at the end.
Okay, how are the other team looking? How's Beavy the mascot holding up?
So the beavers start attacking the remaining 2 that are there, and, like, you know, basically doing the ankle biter move, little hockey sticks just going after their ankles.
Well, saying sorry.
Just want to say I'm sorry.
No.
How
No.
do that?
And they're kind of doing this really cool movement that's, like, you know, really groovy as they're hitting. They're suddenly wearing like crop tops or something as they're doing it.
Hell yeah. School colors represent.
Crop tops
So we need to
and
talk about your
shorts.
spells. There's something wrong with this one.
I read the book.
Okay.
I think that's right.
So as that's happening, who wants to step up next and help save the mascot?
I'll do something.
Yeah.
Okay. So you said 3d6, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Are you rolling magic or mischief?
I'm gonna do some magic. 2, 2, and a 5.
Heck yeah. So all of these questions are piling up. Hang on to that question that you can ask me at any point. So you succeed 3 times. Tell me how you succeed.
So she's going to, I guess, try to harness the power of the shield in some way, and she's gonna focus all of her energy into it, and then she's gonna kind of like punch it forward, and then there's gonna be a force that kind of pushes everyone back in front of them. And then right after that, she has one of her fits and she kind of like seizes and then she just falls forward again. This is like, it's like her thing. So.
I'm going to say the force pushes, knocks out the other two with the ankle going, like it's like this perfect combination. And the beaver somehow in the force slowly glides forward momentum. And we're going to go to Laren at this point. What are you doing?
Trying honestly to decide if I want to do mischief or magic, because like trying to roll below a 2 is real hard.
If you know what, it's more of a do what you do best and convince me why it's mischief, and I'll probably give it to you anyway. So really.
Okay, so let's roll these mischief die then. Okay, so I have 2 3s and a 4.
So 3 successes.
Okay.
How do you cause some mischief?
So, I think what I'd like to do, the thing is I want to use magic to cause this mischief. So for the people who are like probably with the mascot and clearly trying to run away, can I use magic to make tripwires?
Sure. It is mischievous magic, so you can certainly use mischief.
Okay. I would like to use magic.
You also have 3 questions in the bank somehow too. Like,
woof.
If you want to give those questions to your teammates, I should have asked that first.
Wait, like I get questions for these?
It's I'm gonna say it's a group magical mischief that's going on because there's a lot of questions piling up.
Okay, I will leave. Well, it depends, dear team. How do you feel about me using one of your questions?
Go ahead.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. So it would be things like all of these like dirty birds, why are they here? Why are they here? Like, is today a special day? Is there a festival? Is it an anniversary of something? Like, there have been like 7 of you today.
This is essentially like the finals or the homecoming or what have you. Important hockey term, which has some meaning. And they really wanted to win because it seems like there have been some overall, like city or county cuts, and the winning team essentially gets more funding for the next year. So they really wanted to get that sweet, sweet funding.
Okay. Yada, yada. You know, I get that you want to win the game, do it correctly. This is troublesome. I could have been drawing or reading or catching up on, things for this week. Shonen Jump waits for no one.
Lame. I mean, excuse me. Dork.
Andy
You
comes
hear
back
from the distance in the portal as you say. Okay, so because we're getting close to time, I'm gonna say you have your memorable moments. You managed to capture the 3 abductors, and the mascot is saved. And this is where we're going to go into, as if this was a film, we're getting into those end credits of school where it's like, do one thing and then there's a little title. So I'm going to save Ayanthe for last because I feel like you going and tackling Ness might be something you want to include. So we're going to actually start from the order of magic cast. So Laren, what is your epilogue?
My epilogue is me reading, but hours after the events of this particular session, just sitting under a tree. There are, of course, leaf petals falling and stuff, and I'm reading some book or other in the schoolyard, and Jonathan just appears next to my hat.
Nice.
Andy is off in the background, probably admiring the shield that she just got.
All right. Andy, what's your epilogue?
So she figured out what was going on. There was kind of an entity sort of feeding off of her magic energy that she was trying to get rid of. So now that that's gone, she her demeanor is a little lighter, and she's sitting on her shield, and she's she's reading some sort of book on dark magic and kind of how to turn it into light magic. And Honey is just chilling on her shoulder, and it's a good day. That's what this. It's a good day. So, yep.
Yeah, awesome. And now we go to Damien. Damien, what's your not monologue, epilogue?
I think it was going to be he was going to help Iantha, but Iantha was pretty sure that they got this. So I was like, okay, sure, I'll just sit back and watch. So I'm gonna watch whatever Iantha does, and I'm gonna incorporate that adventure into my creative writing task because I don't want to get a bad grade. So I want to use anything I can to finish what we started, that creative lesson. And I don't know, just change a few words, change a few names in there just to make it seem like it was completely original.
So have you actually convinced this unseen director that you're actually going last as you close the epilogues out? All right, Ayanthe, take it away. What's your epilogue?
Okay, so I only have one question. What was under the water? And what am I describing? Or do I not know? And I can work with that. But
long neck Ness.
Long neck Ness. So the final scene, almost before the dust has settled with Laren and Andy being able to try finally live their true lives, is that final scene where Ayanthe kind of cracks their hockey stick on the ice, and you hear that booming shatter of the ice beneath me. All of those soft spots where those hoodlums and little hooligans were digging in my ice created so many weak points that when it cracked open, this super giant but cute little neck pops out. And then there's a moment where Ayanthe is looking at them and they're looking at me, and I'm just like, I've got a team. I've got a game tonight. Are you cool? Just holding the ice together for the time.
And because I can't do a Scottish accent, imagine in the strongest Scottish accent. In fact, probably you're having trouble understanding the full of it. Says, "Sure, can I play too?"
Only if you're on the team of the Beavers.
All right, sure.
I high five their face.
And they kind of give a head boop.
And then I think the final shot of this is like a bird's eye view of the team. We actually have the sports team, like the hockey team, with Damien being the goalie, hopefully being as impressive. And then we have me up in center, like where, you know, we face off against those silly children who couldn't even stand up against us. I like to imagine that like we have Laren like under the bleachers, taking like one photo of the game to be like, yeah, I was at the game. And then going back to their manga while Andy is trying to like,
after all this, you would definitely get 3.
oh good. And we have like the cascading magic of Andy surrounding them as they're trying to like, they're in the beginning phases of harnessing their power where they have found a new home.
Wonderful. And with that, this is Magic and Mischief. Thank you all for being. Before we leave, let's go around the table really quickly as we only have 5 minutes left. Tell us who you are and where we can find you on the interwebs. And we will go the other way around. So, yes, Ianthe, let's start with you. Where can we find you?
My name is B. You can find me on Twitter as @B_Zelda. I can write it in chat with a slash so it doesn't get poked away. Look up Magpie Games Online. Sign up for my games. Sit at a table with me. I'm always as hype as this, if not more. I'm either a 0 or a 10. What else do? I stream. Check out my streams. I stream with a lot of great people. Yeah, amazing channel.
Dayton, aka Drac.
I am Drac or Draconics. That's DRAKONIQUES. You can follow me on Twitter for all the stuff I'm doing because I am too much to remember. I'll put that in chat with a slash so you can find me. You can also find me on Friends Who Roll Dice every Monday where I play some D&D. So yeah.
Awesome. Burrito.
Hey, you can find me on Twitter at Burrito, BREDO_. I do a lot of streaming as of lately, and I try to put as much content out there as I can. So yeah, just check me out on Twitter.
Wonderful. And last but not least, Sin.
Hi. So I'm Sinziek, and if you want to find me on the interwebs, you can find me on Twitter at SinziekBeta and on Twitch, just Sinziek, if you want to go and do that. Yeah, that is the whole thing.
And I am Miriam. I am the GM for this game. I am also a co-caretaker for Huetopia TV, which B gave a wonderful plug about. We have a lot of panels left for this weekend. Our next one is at 3 p.m. on our channel. And you can also find me at media_junkie. And I am the GM of the Musafirs and also a player for Prison Pals. And I also want to give a huge shout out to our wonderful being of a producer, Jess, also a co-caretaker. And also because this weekend coincides with Eid Mubarak, everybody.
Eid Mubarak.
Thank you. And stay tuned for wonderful programming next on GenCon TV as we end the stream. Thank you so much for watching.